Good morning. This is Cynthia Cheney, and this is my final project for DTL6000. This is the chart that I've been working on the entire semester. It has the different steps of the ADDIE model. It's what I chose to lay out my plan for the lesson. The problem that I'm addressing is how to keep students that are absent still involved in the class. For example, if I had a kid that is homesick, they could access the website and access the current lesson, and I could be doing a screencast of the lesson as I'm teaching the other kids, and then the absent student could log on and access that lesson. Anyway, this is the different steps of the ADDIE model. The first step is to analyze. So what I'm looking at is high school students from grades 9 to 12 that have Microsoft background with Word, Excel, etc. And they have a little bit of background in Google Docs, but not a whole lot. All right, so what we're going to do, the objective is to format cells as currency, and we're going to use formulas such as multiply, add, sum, and divide. We will be printing a spreadsheet and also sharing a spreadsheet with another user. To design, step 2 is design in the ADDIE model, and that's when I kind of started setting up the spreadsheet that I was going to do, looking over this chart and thinking about things, started thinking about what I wanted to do with the website. I started looking for some sample videos, and I set up a Kahoot game for the students to play. I have to think of assessments. So how I'm going to assess the student. And so I created a rubric, which is down here at the bottom, how I can grade them, okay, to make sure that they understand the material. And it's pretty much the same assessment that I would use for a student in class or an online student. Okay, then I have to develop my website. And I start setting up the website in Google, and I started it in Google Sites, and it was the classic version. I didn't realize that there was a new version of Google until I talked to my technology coach that we have at the school here. And I was at a point where I spent so much time on the website, I really didn't want to start from scratch, but I did. And so I don't have as much on there as I would like, but I am much happier with the appearance of it. So anyway, it's under the Wilmington University account, and I'm trying to get it go public so like the whole world can see it, but so far that hasn't happened. I've tested the Kahoot game. I tested links, make sure everything works. The hardest thing I had to do was I did a screencast of the lesson and got that up as a thumbnail, which I really wanted on the webpage. Okay, so pretty much I'm training myself with this. I do have the help of a coach that I could call up and ask some questions, but she's not always available to our campus and hasn't been in a couple weeks. So she has helped me through email. Anyway, I am using Google accounts through the school, and I'm sharing a Google Sheet for the kids to use. And finally, with the evaluation, the fifth step of this ADDIE is the evaluation. I've created a Google form to use as a survey. The kids can go in, they'll put their name, their email, and I will get the results in the form of a Google Sheet. So if anybody's used Google Forms, you're familiar with that. And I've asked them questions about how useful was the site and the how user-friendly it was. So I'll show you that when we get to that. Here's the site that I created. It's computer applications. Here's the home page. So it says, welcome to Comp Apps, as you can see. And this is what we're going to learn in this course: docs, slides, sheets, etc. Here's some basic tutorials to show the kids just, format and text, that sort of thing. The lesson, I only put one lesson up here. I'm going to add lessons later, but just for the purpose of this project, I created this lesson here. And what it is, it's a candy shop where we're going to buy bags of candy, and we're going to calculate the profit made off of each bag. So, for example, we have Butterfingers, and they're $24.90, and there's 12 in a bag. So we're going to figure out how much each is per cost per unit rather, what we're going to sell them for, and then what the profit will be. So the students can pick on here and access the Google Sheet, and then we can walk through them. And I'm going to show them how to format that into currency in the video. Okay, back to the page, the website. So here they can access the Google Sheet. Down here, they can access the video. Hi, my name is Miss Cheyney, and this is Computer Applications 1. And today we are going to work on the candy shop project. It's a little blurry, but after a couple seconds. Here. This is a Google Sheet. It does clear up, so it gets a little clearer. 4 different types of candy. All right, so you don't really need to hear me talking on that anymore. But anyway, like I said, it does get clearer, and I explain everything as I'm doing it. So they're pretty much getting the same lesson that they would get on the smart board at school. The only problem I think I have with this, and if I have a chance I'll fix it, is I think it should be zoomed in a little more so that they can see. I mean, their eyes are better than mine, so they can probably see fine. So anyway, I have a link or a thumbnail for the instruction video that I created, and then here's another one just about teaching kids about money and profit and loss. Just in case they don't understand. I don't want to assume that they do. Here's a page just for fun where they can play Kahoot. So if they're home and they can log on by 1 o'clock and join the class, they can shoot me a text or an email, and I'll send them the game code, and then we'll all play together. So that way, even though they're absent, they can play with their classmates. Here's the exit ticket that I was talking about, the survey. So they can pick on this link, see the survey. And here's the questions that I have for them to answer. And I can also have the kids in the classroom doing the same thing on the website. So it could be actually a hybrid course. And then the last page is a little bit about me with a goofy picture. Okay. So I really was struggling with this web page. I would have liked to have had more lessons, but it's so easy to add more. I could just edit and add another page right over here. So I don't want to do that now, but that's how easy it is with this new Google Sites. So my plan is to go through the lessons that I have that I teach my class. It's a quarter semester class. And so it would be maybe 5 or 6 lessons that I could do for each page. Okay. And that's pretty much it. I learned a lot in this class, and I hope that everyone else did. And I really hope this is what we needed to cover for the assignment. I feel like I'm missing something. The whole page, I did have the rubric. I showed you down at the bottom how I will grade the students. Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you for listening.